What happens after a claim is submitted? Now that you've lodged your workers' claim form and relevant documentation via New Claims Vic at eml.com.au, let's talk about what happens next. EML will acknowledge receipt of the paperwork via email. The claim is then assessed as to whether it is eligible for workers' compensation in line with the legislation, and we have a dedicated team that does this. EML will contact you and your employee within 5 days to discuss the claim, and we may ask for more information from you. If there are no queries about the claim's liability, we'll let you know that the claim has been accepted. We'll work with you to manage the claim and help your injured worker recover and return to work as soon as possible. It's important to note that for mental injury claims, including physical injuries with a mental injury component, your employee may be entitled to treatment regardless of whether the claim has been accepted or not. This is to ensure that workers access treatment sooner to aid recovery. If there are any questions about the claim, a member of EML's liability team will get in touch to discuss the claim further and talk about next steps. We have up to 28 days to gather information to determine a claim's liability. During this time, EML will keep you updated on progress. A decision on liability could be made earlier, and EML will advise you of the outcome as soon as possible. Please ensure you talk to your employee about accessing their leave entitlements during this period. We may need more information to make a decision about liability. Things like medical reports from the workers' treating practitioners and/or copies of scans. An independent circumstance investigation may need to be undertaken to establish factual information. Plus, we may need statements from people who witnessed the injury and from you as the employer. Also, we may need to arrange an independent medical examination to seek a medical opinion about the injury. EML will organise any of these activities for you as needed. While the liability of a claim is being determined, it's important to continue to send through certificates of capacity and medical reports. We'll contact both you and your employee to advise the decision that's been made on the claim. If the claim has been rejected, your employee can apply to have this decision reviewed. If the claim has been accepted, the claim is then allocated to a case manager who will contact you within 3 business days to discuss next steps. The case manager will talk to you and your employee to get a better understanding of the injury, the current treatment being undertaken, and the workplace environment. Your case manager will also talk about return to work planning and your role in supporting this. EML will work with you to ensure your employee is being paid the correct entitlements and guide you through the reimbursement process. We'll cover this in more detail in the video on weekly payments. Throughout the claim process, we'll need you to supply various supporting documents. To make this easier, EML has an online portal called Empower, where you can upload documents and also check on the status of the claim, including payments made. Talk to your case manager about setting up access to Empower so you can look up the details on a claim whenever it suits you. Workers' compensation is a no-fault system. Regardless of whether the claim has been accepted or not, you need to be in regular contact with your employee to help them recover and return to work as soon as they are able to. We'll talk more about helping your employee returning to work in another video. Here are some key points to remember. Provide as much information as possible early on. EML will make a decision on claim liability within 28 days. Keep in contact with your employee. Help your employee return to work.